Back with another video. About to play with Baltimore Ravens. Score so many touchdowns, I'm in a new heaven. Fuck one touchdown, that's only 7. Favorite number is 11. So you gotta times that. That's what I'm trying to get. If I get that, yo girl, I'ma hit front or back, to be exact. I'm blow, smoking weed. I call it thrax. But anyway, make sure I like, share, comment, subscribe, download, everything, share.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's a scene a short time ago the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Fournette running out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
What you gonna do? Yeah.
big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk. Their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And, look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tom Brady to his old Patriot pal, Rob Gronkowski.
And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will make it into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
The 20. That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
50 yards. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. But that deserves a couple exclamation points.
That's right.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady now on first down.
Was that hit?
20, 10, that's what it is. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Bucs have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down.
What?
Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. After one, it's 13-6.
Buccaneers 13, Ravens 6.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Jackson now down around his goal line. He'll buy some time right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, there's a chance for him to get the football. Even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring him 2nd down. Brady's throw there complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a...
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? An off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And the kick here is good.
They gonna let me go for it?
Down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady.
Seen that shit too.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. To throw again, Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final shot before half for Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. The final shot before. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
On the stop. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson.
Come
It's
on.
incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on fourth. Jackson on first down.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. They'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a man wide open down the middle. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. Willie Snead. 47 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie. And on that one, able to catch it. Also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
How about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On second down, it's Jones.
Oh,
he's got
shit.
a little daylight. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 28 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game at 20 all. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass a little running play.
Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, That's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Right at midfield. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From midfield, here's Brady. Incomplete.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A toss running left. Fournette. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away. Now he'll let it go.
Oh, this nigga threw it all the way down there. Thank you.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A short throw caught by Andrews.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. On 1st down, Dobbins. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
He was brought down by Levante David. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it to the post, you...
And that's a touchdown as they broke it or tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. they can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And so to work. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now with the momentum? Go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. Well, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Caught right side, it's Sneed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And this one's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. William Golston. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
To the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Again, it's Brady.
Ravens 27-yard line.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel
Take
good. It's
that
not
shit,
all the time
man.
that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, first down, clock keeps moving.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps, and they're obviously well within his range. And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.